Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about building positive self-esteem. Self-esteem is the overall opinion and evaluation that we make of ourselves that includes self-respect, self-confidence as well as self-satisfaction. There are different factors that can affect one's self-esteem, which involves childhood experiences, personal achievements, social support system as well as the societal norms around us. Society and culture plays a huge role in determining our self-esteem. As naturally, people with minority identity tend to have lower self-esteem in comparison to the majority population. Some of the most common signs of identifying lower self-esteem would involve a person engaging constantly in comparison, having negative self-talk, being more of a pessimistic in their approach towards situation, having extreme fear of failure, and seeking external validation. It is very important to identify these signs if they exist in our life, as they go a long way in determining our overall emotional well-being. There are some basic practical tips that can help you in building your self-esteem. These include practicing self-compassion. I have already spoken about self-compassion. Having a kind attitude towards yourself can go a long way in helping you understanding who you are and understanding some of the setbacks that may happen in your life. And therefore, self-compassion is one of the primary ways in which one can work on their self-esteem. Other strategies would involve focusing on your negative self-talk and working on replacing the same. Setting realistic goals so that we are not really setting ourselves up for disappointment. A realistic goal in here means that we need to have a balance of what we want to achieve, so what is realistically possible. Sometimes we tend to aim too far and therefore we may struggle. Aiming farther is not a problem, but at the same time we need to be mindful of our own circumstances and our own realities so that we can gently and gradually thread through our obstacles and work on getting further and further along our goals. Other strategies also involve focusing on your strengths. We all have our own personal strengths. Identifying and recognizing them can help us feel more confident in ourselves and also allocate our resources mindfully and effectively. Focusing and working on our strengths as well as adopting a more healthy self-accepting attitude can help you get past your negative self-doubt. It is also important to understand that we need to change our mindset. Sometimes having negative thought processes and self-limiting thoughts can be the source of your problem. Identifying and addressing them is important for us to be able to overcome the same. Challenging those limiting self-beliefs as well as having a kind and self-accepting attitude will help them move past this and also contribute in improving your self-esteem. Building self-confidence. Self-confidence can really help us improve our self-esteem. There are different ways in which we can work on building our self-confidence. Self-confidence is connected with self-esteem and therefore we need to work on building our self-confidence. This can be achieved by creating a blueprint of what you want to do, discussing and planning goals, and working on achieving the smaller steps can help you feel more comfortable with the progress. At the same time, build your self-confidence as you move along your goals. Every smaller success can really contribute to have a more self-confident attitude towards your journey, and therefore your optimism will directly impact your self-esteem. Setting and achieving smaller goals, working on overcoming our fears are some of the ways in which people feel more confident about themselves. One very important thing that we need to remind ourselves is always practice positive self-affirmations. For years, we've been surrounded with negative people, negative self-thoughts, and have had very limiting beliefs about ourselves. And therefore, we need to go the extra mile by really working hard on using those positive affirmations to overcome our barriers. And therefore, it is very important to focus our attention on giving the necessary time for positive affirmations. Overcoming challenges. It is very important to acknowledge that building our self-esteem takes time and therefore there will be obstacles along the way. Addressing and acknowledging the same will make things more realistic for you so that you can really emotionally participate in your journey while cheering yourself throughout. Some common barriers would be engaging in extremely self-critical thoughts, and therefore we really need to dispute them. Sometimes reflecting back to our past achievements can be the way in which we can overcome this barrier. Well, these are the important steps that can help you adopt and improve upon our self-esteem. I hope that you are able to adopt these strategies in your life. In case of any suggestions or any comments, please leave them below. Feel free to like, share and subscribe to my channel for more such video updates. Thank you.